Welcome to Operation Outreach, a program highlighting the services available to military veterans in Central Florida. I'm Fred Robinson, Chair of the Orange County Mayor's Veterans Advisory Council. Veterans Treatment Court is providing support to military veterans through a unique collaborative approach involving all aspects of the justice and social service system. Here to tell us more is the Honorable Alicia L. Latimore, a Ninth Circuit Court judge who presides over the Veterans Treatment Court in Orange County. Judge Latimore, thank you for joining.
Thank you for having me.
Judge Latimore, can you tell me what are the key factors of the establishment of Veterans Treatment Court?
Well, the Veterans Treatment Court was established so that we could have a unique approach to dealing with the unique challenges of veterans who have served our country and who have returned with difficulties reintegrating into the civilian life. Veterans often return having had experiences that led to post-traumatic syndrome disorders, mental issues, mental health issues, as well as substance abuse disorders. And so that often will trip them up into being involved with our criminal justice system. And therefore, Veterans Treatment Court was established to help to address those underlying issues as opposed to simply resulting to punishment, but in fact offering them a solution so that they no longer find themselves in our justice system.
Can you explain of a unique situation that you maybe experienced with a veteran?
Well, I experienced lots of unique situations with veterans because they are just very individual and unique persons. And with that, I find that I learn much more about them each and every day that I'm able to interact in my courts. I find that they have often challenges that society really never recognized. Many don't understand that when our veterans return home, they often are faced with poverty. They often can be faced with homelessness. They often have lost contact with their inner circle, such as their family, their friends, and often live lives of isolation. And so with that, it is important that we address those needs on an individual basis so that we can offer them the services and the support that they need so they can be a healthy and contributing part of our society even after they've offered their service.
Have you noticed any of the veterans are in denial, like nothing's wrong with me, or that type of mindset or stigma?
Yes, I think that's common, and that's not only common with veterans, but anyone who might be dealing with the issues of substance abuse or substance use disorders or mental health issues when being diagnosed with a certain mental health disorder and being unwilling to accept that that might be the appropriate diagnosis and you may need treatment. So I don't think that's necessarily unique to the veterans, but I do believe that veterans, because of the service that they've offered and their experience in the military, are often resistant to finding that there is something that they may have suffered as a result of their offer of service, and that they carried that with them even after they left the military.
Yeah, a lot of times that's true. And how does a Veteran Treatment Court differ from traditional court?
Well, the Veterans Treatment Court program is a specialized collaborative team approach. And so we have a team which involves different individuals from different professions who come together to provide an individual specialized treatment plan for the veteran. And that includes judges, case managers, mental health treatment providers, substance abuse treatment providers, as well as we work closely with the Veterans Administration and offer those benefits and connections with service for our individuals who participate. We don't simply take a punishment approach. We believe that we need to address the underlying issue, and that will stop the cycle of having the veteran come back to our criminal justice system and help them to avoid a cycle of incarceration.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm glad that the VA is helping to support that as well. And, you know, a lot of veterans, when they come home, there's challenges, as you mentioned, different things that they go through that they keep to themselves. There's, they're invisible wounds.
Yes.
And a lot of them, they don't know how to deal with it. And unfortunately, they get in trouble, and some of them get into homelessness as well.
Yes, yes. And so we're able to offer them assistance. They are able to be connected with HUD-VASH if they qualify, which many of them have not had the opportunity to take advantage of. We have a VSO, a Veteran Service Officer, who is on our team. We
Great.
also have connections and a liaison who meets with us as part of our staffing before we go into court. So we are well connected with the services that the VA offers so that we could pass that down to our participants.
Can you share some success stories that has impacted some of the veterans that you actually oversaw?
Yes, we have lots of success stories, and so I have the benefit of being able to preside over their graduations once they've completed our treatment program. We offer them a medal, we offer them an armband and a certificate so that they can continue to know the success that they've reached and continue to apply those tools. But we also have a success story in Eddie Jenkins, who is one of the members who is a part of our Veterans Treatment Court program, and he has an exceptional story from the beginning of his cycle before going into the military and where that led him, and then ultimately graduating from our program.
Okay, and I understand that you have a mentorship program.
We do.
Could you tell me a little bit about the mentorship program, how people can get involved, and the benefit that that has on the particular veterans in Veterans Treatment Court?
Yes, well, the mentorship program is important, and the reestablishment of that mentorship program here in the Ninth Circuit is critical in making sure that we have a successful program and that our participants are successful not only while they're in the program, but when they successfully complete the program. Mentors are there to offer our participants and our veterans support, and also to help them to guide through the system as they attempt to figure out how to actually be a part of the treatment program and encourage them to achieve rehabilitation, as well as to assist them with reintegration into our society. So with that, they are not a court staff. Our mentors are not a member of the court staff, and therefore they don't have an allegiance or a duty to report anything to us. They are there for the sole purpose of supporting and helping the veteran to be successful. So now that veteran has someone who has the ability to share experiences with them, to also to be a confidant for them, and also to be a cheerleader for them. Mentorship is important. It is a key factor in the success of our veterans in our program, and we surely would like to encourage those who are in the community to volunteer to be mentors for our participants.
What steps can be taken to expand access to Veterans Treatment Court?
We can often share the information. That's first and foremost, is sharing the information and getting that information out into the community to let the community be aware that the Veterans Treatment Court exists. It is an alternative route throughout the criminal justice system, and many are not aware of that. So that's important that we share that with veterans, with their families, as well as members of the community and community organizations that we have. Involvement with other agencies and other partnerships in the community is important. And so the more that the word gets out and the more that there's awareness within our community and support for the veterans who participate, the more successful we believe that the program will be. And we can touch a lot more lives in that regard.
Judge Latimore, we've learned a lot. I appreciate your passion, and I appreciate the service that you provide to the veterans in our community. I want to thank you for letting me interview you today as well.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's been wonderful to learn about this great service available to our military veterans right here in Orange County. I want to thank Judge Latimore again for joining us. Veterans Treatment Court is making a big difference in the lives of military veterans who find themselves in the court system, and it's not the only program helping our local veterans. Coming up next, we'll hear from Veterans Treatment Court graduate Eddie Jenkins. Mr. Jenkins is an example of a positive, successful VTC participant who can provide his story.